We love hip hop.
You got to get to the Savv4x and 100 OTD arrest. Okay. I don't mean to have reported fake news earlier. I had to change the title on one of the videos. I said Savv4x got arrested, as well as 100 OTD. Now, as far as any updates and any corrections, I would like to make a correction. Savv4x, I kept on calling 4x. Savv4x did not get arrested, but 100 OTD did, and 34 other men. Okay, so to the chat, comment gang strong. All right, bear one to the chat. Let me play a news clip over here while I get my voice back. I'm gonna lose my goddamn voice in the beginning of this live stream. Talking about this weird ass nigga. Okay, let me get my clips together. Let's pull up the latest news clip that I found on this, and we'll go through the Reddit and find some more information on this case here, because there's a lot of stuff that's been popping out on this case here. All right, salute to Bakari. Is it Bakari Salas, or I forget his name?
Dozens of people have been charged in a gun and drug investigation dubbed Project Hydrogen. CP24's crime analyst Steve Ryan joins us live with the latest. Steve.
Yeah, Bakari, an intelligence-led covert project that started back in April has netted some pretty impressive results, according to Durham Regional Police. There was a street gang that was not only operating within the boundaries of Durham, they were going outside of Durham region as well. And police allege that this group were trafficking drugs and firearms. And as a result, we've heard today that there are multiple arrests and multiple charges being laid. Now, we did hear from the detective sergeant in charge of the investigation, and we heard from the chief of police as well out here in Durham region earlier on. And here's what two of them said. Let's have a listen.
The investigation focused on a group of individuals who called themselves 44. This group resides across Durham region and the GTA, and were suspected of being involved in the possession of and trafficking of illegal guns and drug distribution. Their criminal activities stretch well beyond Durham region, reaching as far as Northern Ontario, as well as Winnipeg. Members of this gang have flaunted their illicit earnings on social media, glorifying a culture that celebrates financial success through criminal activities.
We are seeing a deeply concerning rise in gun crime. Violent discharge of firearms and shootings have increased by 10% this year over last, and we're already responded to 44 such incidents this year. The shootings have.
I asked in the chat or in a poll here, is Team East cooked? Respectfully, okay, but it's a lot going on. Right now, I'm watching this clip, and on my TV in the back over here, CP24 is running, and the same clip is running.
Resulted in 11 victims suffering non-fatal injuries, and tragically 4 victims who succumbed to their injuries and are victims of homicide. A staggering 25% increase in victims.
That right there is going to be an integral point of this investigation here, because there's one thing to have a shitload of drugs and guns, and that's not going to help you get out anytime sooner. But if there's bodies and 4 of them, they're going to be looking for life from a lot of these guys.
In victims over this time last year. During 20 and are victims of homicide. A staggering 25% increase in victims over this time last year.
34 people arrested, 139 criminal charges laid, 10 firearms were seized, $200,000 in Canadian cash, and the drugs with a street value of $2.7 million seized as well. Some very good police work.
It's got very good police work. One of the things also there, and I'm going to get to the post that I have here on Reddit, but one of the things they were also saying on the Torontology Reddit is they were trying to clown these guys like, oh, you only had $200,000 between 35 men. They also had 2.7, allegedly, they also had $2.7 million worth of drugs. So maybe they just did a re-up, right? And who's clowning man for having 200K? I know it's 35 guys, but 200K ain't no small amount of money neither. All right, so here's the post over here. It says 100 OTDs, Ys, Ds, off radar, two tray locked. I guess Savv's untouched. So this is a post of all of the people involved or all the people who got arrested. They said that they've been doing the arrest over a space of 9 weeks or something like that from, if I'm not mistaken, from the news report here. I was trying to find out which one is 100 OTD. If I'm not mistaken, because he covers his face, or he clouds his face in the music videos, right? Told these guys go for a meal. Savv is not in the country right now. I'm just checking through the comments right here. Met this guy OT. Is this supposed to be 100 OTD's killing me? Says that's supposed to be 100 OTD. Is he supposed to be, which one is this right here? This gentleman right here. Oh, shit, man. Hold on, let me read some of these comments over here. Divide 200K by the number of people, and they might as well get a job. This is why I understand 200K between 35 people is not a lot to split between 35 people. And I'm sure it wasn't, they're not splitting the 200K between 35 people. It's probably what they found on the location. Actually, who knows? That might have been found on 1 to 2 locations. Who knows? It's not like, oh, as the accumulated $20 here, oh, here's another $1,000, and they put all of the 35 victims, or not victims, arrest money together, and they were like, okay, what we got here, $200,000. I'm sure that was like 2 stash houses tops. All right. Second row at the end is 100 OTD. Second row at the end. Second row. Oh, him. My bad. Okay, I see what y'all are saying. I'm circling the right one, right, gang? That do make a lot more sense. He looks a little bit younger. Number 1 is YD's. Jesus Christ. Yo, this guy Savv must be stressed right now, bro. Wherever he is, if he is in Toronto, he's probably laying super low. If I would be, if I was him. And if he's not in Toronto, he's probably like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we were just about to take it to the next level. And now, like, a whole team gets busted. I really don't know how to feel about this, yo. Because obviously these guys are doing great. You know what I'm saying? Savv is doing great. I can't say the rest for the rest of the crew. I know 100 OTD, also very well known. You know what? Let me go back on Reddit for a second. Let me just check something quickly before I move on to this video here. Let's do 100 OTD arrested. I know we're going to get like the one that's up right now, but I feel like there might have been another time where he had gotten arrested not too long ago. 100 OT post video of DQ dissing a day before he died. Oh, I think it was 100 band plan I might have been thinking of. Yeah, I just wanted to double check to see if he had been arrested like this year, because one thing they were saying also in the news reports is that a lot of these guys are on a breach. So there's an issue when it comes to the recidivism in Ontario, because they'll let guys out and then next thing you know, they'll come back on road and just go right back to it. 48 people arrested, 73 cars recovered in Toronto GTA crackdown. Okay. That's a different bust. 34 suspects. Let me see what it is.
Dozens of arrests and hundreds of charges laid in a gun and drug investigation in the GTA.
Officers releasing the results of Project Hydrogen this morning, seizing more than $2.7 million worth.
Project Hydrogen. I wonder why they called it Project Hydrogen.
Of illegal drugs. CTV's John Musselman joins us live with the latest on the investigation. John.
Well, Nathan, they had a news conference this morning, and we'll show you some video now. They showed some of the drugs and weapons that were confiscated here, as well as some cash. As you mentioned, more than $2.7 million in drugs. We're talking about Police also told us that this is the work of a gang known as 44 that operates in the GTA and surrounding area. We had a chance to speak to police at the news conference. Here's what they had to tell us just a short time ago.
These drugs cause countless deaths across the province every single day. Our officers are working tirelessly to combat gun violence and have already made significant strides in reducing the number of illegal firearms in circulation. Through enhanced patrols, community partnerships, and targeted enforcement operations, we are making our streets safer one day at a time. Getting illegal firearms off our streets is absolutely critical to protecting the safety and well-being of our communities.
Project Hydrogen led to the seizure of 10 firearms. So far, 4 of them have been traced back to Detroit, where they were stolen. Investigators are working to determine the origin of the remaining firearms.
10 of them from Detroit. I'm sure the other 6 are from somewhere in America, but stolen firearms from Detroit sounds crazy. I feel like you could just go over there and buy them. Why would you need to? You know what? My bad. I'm not even thinking. I got to think a little bit deeper. They weren't stolen as far as allegedly the 44 crew or 44 gang stealing these firearms from somebody in Detroit. Somebody in Detroit stole them from somewhere, either somebody's home, somebody's a gun store. I'm sure it was more likely somebody's home. They were probably registered firearms that were to somebody's that were in somebody's home that were stolen and then resold. Real hood historian says, when you drop in an apology on Sav's name, I'm doing it right now. I'm clearing up the fact that Savv4x is not arrested. And I changed the title on the earlier video that I put out. Okay, I put in the video Savv4x arrested, or Savv4x and 100 OTD arrested. I changed the title of the video to Savv4x crew arrested. Okay? Because shit, man. I don't want to put no fake news out there that the man's arrested neither. That's crosses.
The project also led to the seizure of approximately 18 kilograms of cocaine, 2 kilograms of fentanyl, 6 kilograms of methamphetamine, 1 kilogram of MDMA, 3,000 hydromorphone pills, and more than 200,000 in Canadian currency.
And police went on to say how important it is to remove drugs like this from the streets.
All right there, bud. There was something else I want to show you guys here. It was something else I wanted to show y'all because they have found 100 OTD's charges. Did I not pull that up? My bad, gang. Let me pull up the proper page here. I got bare pages open right now. I came prepared. It's right here. Oh, let me pull it up. Let's pull up 100 OTD's charges. So 100 OTD was only hit with a breach charge. So he might be okay. All right. So failed to comply with release order. Failed to comply with release order, not FTA court. Failed to comply with release order 2 times. Well, he still got hit with some stuff. Possession of cocaine for the purposes of trafficking, Schedule 1 substance. 2 of those. He got hit with another cocaine. This is in Winnipeg. Oh, these are the names of the people. My bad. Let me go through everything here. Which one would be 100 OTD? Is he the first one that just has breach? Because if he's the first one that only just has breach, he might be okay. He might be okay. All right. He said from Ajax. Thank you, gang. This is why the live streams are important. So is it Trayvon Reed failed to comply with the release order / not FTA court? That's soft. That's all they hit him with? He might touch roll just now. Not to say that his charges are cleared, like you got hit in a bust or in a raid. but he might be able to touch road on bail by Monday and be able to fight it from outside, depending on what kind of charges he already has. All right. So far as the news story that I did earlier, and apologies once again, if Savv4x, if you see this, apologies to you, brother. Like, I reported that he had gotten locked up. I went through a whole thing, and the whole thing that I went through, the whole, not rant, but like the whole history or whatever, it still applies, because with this happening right now, the whole crew being moshed up like this, that means there's going to be a lot of eyes on him. Okay. And not just from the public. I'm talking about from the authorities. They're going to be watching him closely. They're going to see if he slips. They're going to see if they're going to try to be able to pick him up. I'm sure they're going to be listening to a lot of his lyrics very intently to try to see what they can find from this, because these days the boy them, they'll go through raps. They don't care. All right. I'll just say 1989 for your name here, brother. Says he's probably out already. Out today. You never know, right? With 100 OTD, he might be out today. Yeah, he might be out right now watching this live, like Friday, reporting fake news, nigga. You never know. Let me see if I have any more links on this before we end this segment here. I think that's all I have for this. It's fucked up, yo, because like I was saying in the news segment that I made earlier, they did this right before Christmas time, right? They struck right before the holidays, so that like it's going to be hard for them to be able to get out in the court systems as well. I know that there's court today, there's going to be court tomorrow. There should be court next week as well, but who knows? They might start shutting down court. There might be a lot of people who are not as available. Lawyers are not going to be as available. Shit shuts down during the holiday. So I don't know, man. If these guys are innocent, pray for them. All right. I don't like to see any of them get locked up, especially when they're trying to change their situation. But yeah, man, it's salute to Savv4x and the whole crew, the whole Teamies crew.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.